What's poppin'? It's your boy Cassius Cuvée, and we doing it big on this Sunday. News just dropped. I'm gonna let everybody join the chat here for a second. We're gonna play some throwback music, but we got a great show for you guys today. This is the new episode, a new show that I'm launching called The Come Up with your boy Cassius Cuvée, and we're gonna do some big things once a week every Sunday. Let's fucking go right there. Arc Signal in the house. Man, we're going to get it popping. I'm going to start just a throwback music video like I like to do. A quick one here just to let everybody join the group. But we got a lot of big news. Man, the markets are pumping right now. So we're going to go over all the charts. And we also are going to drop a new track. So make sure I'm going to wait till everybody joins. I'm going to drop a new rap, a weekly recap rap. I'm going to bring it to you every week. And, there's always going to be a little special treats in there. And then a contest coming as well. So make sure you stay tapped in for the whole show because you don't want to miss out. We're doing a cash giveaway. So let's go ahead and play this throwback while we let the other folks join. Right now, just a banger I made back in 2022. As you can see, this is one that we did out here in East Oakland. Rest in peace to Zoda Roaster.
Cash.
So let everybody join right here. You maybe never heard this one.
If you came to learn the NFT game, I'ma host ya. Me and Zoda Roaster gonna do it for the culture. If you're needing dough, it's so achievable. Come see me and Zoe at 3132. I still call it E14. Come here to cop a fit, I rock some drip and drop a sick flow. But you gon' stop and sit though when you see me popping crypto. If you want your neck to shine, it's best to come invest the time. Perfect the grind, starting right now, or get left behind. Listen when I speak to you, I'm always gonna keep it true. With the blockchain, ain't no limit to what we can do. You can make money while you sleeping if you keep it cool, or you can trade for 24 hours and the weekend too. I started from the bottom like I ran through mud. Found a game, now my album name is Brand New Plug. I'm talking dividends and growth with it. Crypto is both of it. Big banks are mad I'm making more than I'm supposed to get. You know they wanting most of it to pay us way lower. Cause once we all on it, it's a hostile takeover, huh? Get on this NFT game. April 1st.
That's right down there in E14. Zoda Roaster, man. I did a
crypto at Bigfoot. Zoda Roaster. Let's go.
Yeah, I was teaching everybody in the hood about crypto and about blockchain technology and how it all works, what an NFT is. That was 2022. So your boy Cassius Cuvée been doing this for a long time. We letting everybody join here, but you guys, we got a lot of big things popping this show, man. This is the Come Up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. Check it out. The Come Up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. And this is what we're going to be doing going forward every Sunday. So make sure you follow, like, and subscribe so that way you get notified every time I drop a new show. And without further ado, we're going to get right into the charts here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my private Discord group. We've been popping lately. But man, look at Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? At Arc Signal, if you could let me know if this background music, I think the level is cool. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but if you could say something in the chat, let me know if it's doing good. And everybody, man, happy Mother's Day. I got to start with that. I really got to start with happy Mother's Day. It's 5 out of 5. Good to go. Right on. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. If your mom's alive, my mom is no longer with us. My stepmom passed away in January. So prayers out to them. But everybody, if your mom is alive, make sure you don't forget to give her a call. I know we get caught up in crypto and stuff, but give her a call. Grandmothers, aunties, any female loved ones out there who have kids, happy Mother's Day and a special day to you guys. But man, the markets don't close. The markets don't sleep. And that's why we love crypto. So even on Mother's Day, I'm on the charts, man. Sunday Fun Day is to come up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. It don't end. Now, Bitcoin is popping, y'all. Bitcoin is popping. And even Ethereum, too. I'm going to show you on Breakout prop right here. So first of all, I got to say, nothing I say on this show is financial advice. What you see on the screen here is affiliate codes. Breakout prop, I'm an affiliate with Breakout prop, but you get a discount anytime you purchase an evaluation with Breakout prop. And Breakout prop's a prop firm where you get basically $100,000 for $800. So you pay $800 for the evaluation. They front you a $100,000 account if you pass the evaluation. And that's a discount code on the screen. I get a small commission for using it, but you get a discount. Phemex, I got to say that also. I'm a partner affiliate with Phemex. In order to join my private Discord, you have to, if you want to join it for free, you got to use my Phemex code here to create an account on Phemex, where I may earn a commission with that as well. However, this is how you can save yourself $99 a month. So now let's get right into the charts here. Arc Signal is looking at the silver VWAP right there, right here on Bitcoin here. He's looking at, okay, what time frame are you looking at? Just move upwards. Yeah, so anyways, look, the VWAP here is this orange, is it the yellow one I've got on the chart. That's what he's looking at. This is the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. I like looking at the 1 hour, usually kind of start there, but I just want to do a quick recap here. Here's the daily. This is what we're talking about here, you guys. This is how much Bitcoin has moved, all right? Even crazier to me is Ethereum, and we're going to get into this. This is the biggest candle I've seen in Ethereum in like 5 years. Well, there was one other one, like after the announcement of the ETF. But Ethereum has gone crazy, and that's usually a sign of altcoin season potentially kicking off. We're going to find out if this is a big head fake or not here, I think, in this coming week. But like the market is definitely about as bullish as you can get. One thing I called out, if you were in my private group or if you saw me at my Twitter, I give a lot more information in my private group than in my Twitters. This down here, this momentum wave. So anybody who's been following me for a long time knows that I lean heavily on the market Cipher B indicators. So this is market Cipher. Well, this is the price chart up here, and some of these lines and these X's and this diamond here, blood diamond, that's on market Cipher A. Down here is market Cipher B, where you get the momentum waves. That's what these blue momentum waves are. And this tells you the green dot means momentum shifted upwards, and the red dot is when momentum shifted downwards. They're different on every time frame, but you can kind of see how they roll up into each other. So now on the daily, I'm looking at a lot of things, but the first thing I want to say is that this is an unusually high blue momentum wave here on the daily for Ethereum. We can go all the way back, so you can see it right here. It's 96 is how high it starts, is how high it went, I should say. We can look back years and not see a blue momentum wave that high. You have to literally go all the way back to January 2021 right here in order to see a momentum wave that high. So what does that mean? Does that mean price is going to keep going up, going down? Well, it means it's certainly strong as it's going to be, right? Yeah, and Arc Signal, shout out Arc Signal. He's like, I can't go without Market Cipher. It is life, right? Yeah, absolutely. We look at Market Cipher every single day. Now, we're having a big news day today, so it's like, wow, I mean, how much more can we pump, right? We already had the news going in, but I just want to call us out because we've had obviously a lot of down, anything below this zero line on the oscillator is weakness. It's weak momentum heading down. And we just flipped bullish. And then we flipped extraordinarily bullish, both in price action and in this momentum wave. The thing I like to be cautious about, and my man, shout out to my man Flopping Groper when I had him on my channel, instead of Cassius Cuvée, we're going to call you Cautious Cuvée. And like I always say, and I want to look right at the camera when I say this, you damn right I'm Cautious Cuvée, all right? I'm not mad at that name because of the fact that I want to teach people how to trade and do it safely and appropriately. I do not want new people to come into this space and get wrecked. Crypto can be, a wild animal and you got to tame it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sure, it's fun to teach people how to make money, but my passion is to teach you how to save your money, to teach you to not get wrecked. So, I don't do any of the pump and dump stuff or any of that stuff. I'm always telling you what is both your risk to the upside and your risk to the downside. So back to the charts here. When you see a big momentum wave like this, if we do get a red dot up here on the daily, which I don't think we're close to getting that anytime soon, well, we already got one on the 12-hour. Maybe we are. I mean, this has been an epic pump. It doesn't mean everything's going to come back down again, but it does mean that, like, at some point you run out of buyers in the short term. At some point, everybody who's in is going to be in, right? At some point, the news is priced in unless it's something epic, right? So we just had the news. We got a Canister locked in. What's up, man? Now, this is a project on ICP. So you guys got to check out Canister. Does music and lots of other stuff. I'm going to get an update myself. But anyways, thanks for tapping into the live stream here. We're looking at Ethereum right now because ultimately altcoins are what, a lot of people like to be invested. Now, Bitcoin, I got to tell you, it's king. It's been king all year. It's the king of the market. You can clearly see, this is the 12-hour, we'll go to the daily. Bitcoin is almost all the way back up to all-time highs, and altcoins got a long way to go still. And they made a massive move here. We can go down the list. Polkadots, a lot of them coming up, but they're still relatively down. And I definitely want to, call out the fact that, Bitcoin, the question always remains like this. Will the altcoins play catch up and give you that outsized return to the upside if Bitcoin breaches the all-time high? And the answer is possibly yes. That's crypto for you, man. Things move big and they move fast and they do it in a short amount of time and you can get a massive pump. How is Mother doing today? It's a great question. Honestly, they got delisted. You guys want to see what Mother? I made so much money shorting Mother. That was one of my favorite shorts. Gosh, let's take a look at Mother real quick. Mother is no longer on Phemex, so I don't even think it's going to show up on my thing on here. Where the hell is it? It'll say no. Oh, here, yeah, it's red. You see, Mother don't even do nothing. That was Iggy Azalea's meme coin. I don't even know what it's doing. All I did ever with Mother was short it. So you guys know, if you've been following for a while, I spent a long time shorting the shit coins, right? Like a lot of these pumps, I never short Bitcoin. That's a fool's errand. Don't try to short Bitcoin. It's too strong. But when Bitcoin has a downturn, you find the bearish tickers. Mother was one of those ones that it was like so bearish that, you know, anytime there was a pump, but I thought we were still in a downtrend, I could short it. You feel me? So let's see. If you short and it gets delisted, does it close your positions at 0? Well, so that's a good question. Okay. I don't know if it closes your positions at 0. That's a good, I would literally type in the chat. I've definitely, this is very important actually. I keep an eye on my emails and the notifications on the app for Phemex. They tell you before something gets delisted, you're going to have signs. One of the signs is when they raise the funding fee. And I get emails, I don't know, all the time. There's been so many coins where what happens is they raise the funding fee, for, you know, it's like 0.01% or whatever it is. And then you'll see they raise it at 0.05 or something like that. And the reason they're doing that is because the liquidity got so low that it's not even like worth it for them to hold it. But what ends up happening is they're taking the money from us, the traders. So I usually, if I'm in like a long-term short of some small shitcoin like that, and I see them raise the funding fee, I'm usually up. I might be up 1,000%, 4,000% in some of these meme coins. Just close it, take your profit, and be done with it. There's plenty other fish in the sea. There's plenty other coins. I've definitely lost money quickly on a coin when they changed that funding fee. I was like, oh, that's no big deal, and I kept holding. I was like, holy shit! All my profit was getting eaten into as every day went by. So I don't play that. I just get out. There's other coins out there. So to answer your question, I don't know for a fact because I've never held a coin all the way to the point that it got delisted. I always got out of it first. So if anybody else in the chat has ever had that happen to them, please speak up, or anybody in the Discord, because that's something that I'd never seen before. Real quick, if you guys are just now joining the show, I got something special for you guys today, all right? I'm doing a contest giveaway here about halfway through the show. Once I feel like everybody's joined, I got a new rep. So on my show to come up, this is the intro graphic for to come up with Cassius Cuvée. I'm going to be doing a weekly recap wrap every show. So if you can please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified every Sunday at noon Pacific Standard Time, Pacific Daylight Savings Time. I'm going to be doing a show live, and I'm going to be doing a weekly recap wrap, and then we'll do a contest after that. So in this show, I'm going to tell you what it is. About halfway through, somewhere in the middle, when I think everybody's paying attention, I'm going to drop the new rap. I just recorded it, and man, I mean, I just wrote it last night, I should say. And you guys are going to see it's a fun one. And shout out to everybody in the Discord, because I've been promising you guys this for a while. And, you know, the winner of last week, let's see if he joins. We're going to make sure he gets a special shout out for the game. Last week, we had a lot of engagement. So back to the charts here real quick now. This is, again, so we're starting here at Market Cipher B. This is how I always start. This is my approach. First thing you want to do, let's say you're not in any trades right now. Well, what the hell do I do with the price action from here right now? Bitcoin momentum going crazy. Trump dropping news. All these things are happening. That's great. The question is the risk to the upside or to the downside? Now, me being cautious, Cassius Cuvée, okay, oh, this is an epic pump up right here, especially for altcoins in like Ethereum. If we got a pullback, I would not be surprised. But the first thing I want to do is evaluate the environment. So let's start with the weekly. This is how I'm giving you guys the breakdown of how I evaluate. If let's say I didn't know any history, I was just going to jump into the charts today, right now. This is what I would do. I would first put on the weekly. So up here on TradingView, if you don't have TradingView, you know, you got to get TradingView. But I'd click on the weekly. I think it's cut off the screen, but you guys know what it looks like. The weekly up here. And this is what I'm looking at, Market Cipher B. If you don't have Market Cipher, I definitely have a link, a referral link. If you guys want to click, it's in the description as well for Market Cipher. But the first thing I'm looking at is we can shout out Henry in the house. So Henry, check this out, man. So I got the momentum waves down here. And here's the thing. We caught a green dot on the weekly momentum wave for Ethereum. So technically speaking, Ethereum is bullish on the weekly chart as soon as you see that. So now we start zooming in. Okay, I got the 4-day here. Okay, well, it was bullish for only a day or for only a candle, I should say here. You know, it kept going down. The weekly is kind of my starting point. I know people look at larger time frames. It's just, it takes so long for these waves to roll over on the larger time frames. See how the 2-week didn't even show up until this week? Okay, and this week is ending. Just so everybody knows, a crypto week ends on Sunday night, basically. Not Monday, right? I mean, not Saturday night. It's Sunday night, and it's UTC time also. So it's 5 p.m. my time. So anyways, on the West Coast, that would be 5 p.m. our time. So first thing I'm looking at, okay, we're bullish on the weekly, and then I would zoom in. We're bullish on the 4-day. 3-day, we're still bullish. I'm looking at green dots here. You can kind of see how they roll up into each other, right? We're still bullish. We're bullish on the 1 day. We're bullish on everything, right? You know, green dot here. And I'd be like, man, okay, so, but look at this move we've made. So I would just keep zooming in. Okay, well, hold on a minute. Now we're getting a red dot on the 12-hour. And it's a deep red dot, way above this 75 line right here. Momentum starting to slow down. Obviously, you can see it in the price section. Let's keep zooming in. The 8-hour is giving us one of these flat waves. And look, we're even starting to see a little green here. I'm gonna keep zooming in. We're gonna keep following. Ooh, these flat waves, I gotta tell you, it's not completely flat. It's kind of going down. I'm a little bit nervous on the flat waves though, because that means, like, look, if you caught this red dot here, this was not exactly the right time to start shorting. See, it started kind of doing this flat wave. Price didn't, this is what I'm looking for, right? Like, this doesn't mean price, you know, momentum have to come down like this in order for price to come down like this. That didn't happen. So when you see, this is kind of a clue just for looking at market Cipher B. If you get one of these red dots and you wait another candle and it's not, price ain't rolling over, especially after we make a move like this, it takes a while for everybody to turn bearish, right? And so if this wave is kind of going down on a bigger time frame, like the 4-hour, 5-hour, but it's kind of going flattish, but price is going up, there's a chance that, like, you know, things are not ready to roll over and go down yet. So you see in these big flat waves, but finally you start to zoom in, you start seeing a little more action. So now we're looking, here's the weekend. So this right here is an indicator that I have on a chart where it basically shows the weekend for the CME gap. And so now let's see, you want to see the wave break that 50 line on market Cipher B. Well, depends on what time frame. So I always look at all the time frames when establishing the environment first. So we definitely want to see that. I'm not sure what time, Ark, tell me what time frame you're talking about that you want to see the 50 line on market Cipher. This is the 50, just so people know, this is the 50 line, the middle. It's an oscillator. So there's a positive above it and a negative below it, basically. So I think he's talking about the 50 line on the, he's saying on the daily, the 50 line. So the 50 line is this line here. They put it on market Cipher, this dotted line here. I draw a line always at the 75. That's just what I do to kind of see like the extremes. But I'm still, so what I'm zooming in and I'm looking at, this is kind of tiring out. This is Ethereum, kind of tiring out, but not that much. And this is what we were talking about this in the private group. Like sometimes, you know, you start seeing these silly slide waves, I call them, like when it starts looking like a silly slide, like it's going to do kind of some of these. That's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of like momentum's trying to come down, but it's still above the middle here. It's, you know, momentum's not coming down yet. You feel me? What's up, all set? All set in the house. And so all set, you guys just joined. We got a new wrap we're dropping here. I'm going to be dropping a new wrap in a contest here in a little bit and wait till everybody joins the stream here. But I wanted to say, man, this is coming down. Sometimes the price will do one of the, and that's kind of what it did back here. I'm going to show you because we looked at this. Let's see on Bitcoin. We looked at this last weekend. What time frame was it doing that? This one here kind of was it the 12-hour. The 12-hour gave us this nice. I caught this trade all the way down. That's how I passed my evaluation. I wasn't shorting Bitcoin. I was shorting a bunch of shit coins in Breakout prop. Gosh, I only put out a short of that video. I need to put out the long version of that video. It was the follow-up to the video I made when I was showing you guys how to stop loss in Breakout props. You don't get breached on day one. That video's out right now, so you want to check that out. But also I have a follow-up video, which I haven't even gotten a chance to edit yet because I was doing some other interviews and stuff last week. But basically, I won that evaluation, and I only got stopped out on one of the things. It was a volatile ticker. I was early, but then, you know, everything else went my way. And the point is, I was shorting weakness and going long strength. And I can't say this enough. If you guys been following by now, you're going to keep hearing it. Go long strength and short weakness. You don't only have to trade Bitcoin. Now, you can if you want to play it safe or whatever. You don't want something that's too volatile. The altcoins are way more volatile. But that also gives you more opportunity. So what I'm trying to teach people to do is, or what I'm trying to preach here is, it's wise to, if you're trying to call a top, it's honestly wise to trade with a trend. Okay, it's better to just trade with the trend. Things are going up. You know, the trend is your friend till the end. All right. So, you know, while it's your friend, stick with it, right? Do I think we're due for a pullback? Yes. I think we're due for a pullback. That don't mean it's going to come right away. So, again, I'm watching Ethereum now closely like a hawk because Ethereum's been such dog shit compared to Bitcoin. Look, this is even the Bitcoin ETH. This is Bitcoin ETH. So this is Bitcoin relative to Ethereum. I'm going to show you on the daily. That is how much Ethereum has gone up relative to Bitcoin. It looks almost like the price chart. So Bitcoin has gone up, but like not compared to Bitcoin relative to Ethereum. You see what I'm saying? So altcoins are trying to pump. The question is, are they going to pump all the way back up to all-time highs? Well, they can happen in the blink of an eye, but in my guesstimation, I think Bitcoin needs to breach all-time highs. If Bitcoin breaches all-time highs, altcoins are going to pump like crazy. Now, as we sit here and talk right now, this week, after this epic moves right here, I'm cautious of that because of the fact, look at coins like Polkadot that are just so underloved are getting literally some of the biggest candles they've seen. Certainly biggest 3 days in a row since like after the election and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden everybody believes in Polkadot? I don't know. And Polkadot's not even like a completely fake project. It's not a meme coin. But it's like, come on, you guys. And look, even I just for the side here, I've got Breakout prop open. You guys can't see it, but I got here. This is Bitcoin, this is Ethereum, this is the 1 minute chart, just to kind of keep track of when that news broke. You see where the Trump news broke about he's going to have a deal with China. This is what I want to say about that, because I don't really want to get into politics and shit, but man, we play the markets here, so that's what matters, okay? Just as quick as news can pump the charts, news can tank the charts. Right, as seen here, as seen here on this head fake. Remember this one? So, you know, be careful. Look, that's going to look like that on all the tickers, right here, Ethereum, right? So be careful chasing news. Have you ever heard of buy the rumor, sell the news? Maybe some of the new people haven't, but I guarantee the experienced people have. I'm telling you, no matter how many times you heard it, that shit is usually real. Okay, the rumor was he's going to find get a deal, but the question is this. Bitcoin was down here at 75K, and now we're back up to 104,000 and almost 104,500. That's a huge move. Is all the positive news priced in to the point that it overshowered all the negative news from the tariffs in the first place? Boy, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm looking right here on the 1 minute chart just to keep a track of it here, but you see we caught that pump, and it just like, that was the news pump. So my question is then, okay, so what is Monday going to automatically all of a sudden have everything just turn around and go to the moon again after we already got our pump? You get what I'm saying? Like, you guys who've been around long enough know how that works. Whereas, you know, this kind of, if this was the news pump, and this is at the end, by the way, at the end of an epic pump like this, we don't have a red dot on the daily yet, but what are we looking at Bitcoin? We got a red dot on Bitcoin here. So we don't have a red dot on the daily. This is the 12-hour. Again, you could have this slow wave down and price kind of go sideways, which in case I would be cautious that another move upwards is going to happen. But if price starts to roll over, this wave flattens out. Let's see, we got an end of the day here, happens in 4 hours or so. We're gonna see if this gets a red dot here. Monday is all about Monday. If the stock market opens high, I have a feeling we might have a sell-off. And here's a trick. I'm going to show you this ticker. I called it out last time, but I use it all the time. It's NQ1 exclamation point. Put this on your charts. NQ1 exclamation points. What that is the NASDAQ 100 E-minis futures. So this will open up. Right now it's showing Friday, right? It's closed on the weekend, but it will show you after hours, and I'll put it like on the 1 hour so you can see. It'll show you after hours during the week. And so the after hours starts in the pre-market, meaning this evening. So let's see when the first time is going to show. I got to go back to the weekend. So Friday. So see, we had Friday here, and then it skipped to Sunday. So Sunday at 1600. So Sunday at 1500 my time. So that's 3 o'clock tonight. In just a few hours, in just 2.5 hours, we're going to see where this opens, right? It's probably going to open higher. And then what happens after that? You can watch the price action after hours on the NASDAQ. Because I think if the NASDAQ tanks, Bitcoin's going to tank too. It's just kind of, at some point, people are going to try to take some profits. You know what I mean? The traders are going to, they won. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who bought Bitcoin at 75K or shit, even in last week, it has come up a great deal. So this is like a little sneak preview for what the NASDAQ's going to do. And a lot of times if it opens up higher, you get a big sell-off. Will that start a downtrend per se? Hard to say, except for the fact that, you know, I'm looking at these overall dots here. Let me go to Bitcoin here. Let me go to this Bitcoin. I'm looking at on the daily. If we do get a red dot here, and let's see it, you know, will it turn into a 2-day? When we're getting a real hype cycle like this, by the way, one dot is not necessarily enough. You see, we got a red dot on the 2-day here, but again, it was this flat ass wave, and then boom, we caught a big move. So it's not like just because you get one there, it's automatically going to reverse. This weekly green dot is still bullish. The thing about it is you can't just like wait for a week. It takes so long for a weekly dot to turn red for that momentum to turn down. You feel me? So general sentiment, I think we're running out of steam here. I'm glad I have this breakout prop open right now. Like, we just had the news, like literally 10 minutes before I went live, 15 minutes before I went live, we got the news about the Trump trade deal with China. And we caught this pump up here, and now you see things are starting to pull back. And look at it. See, this is why I have them side by side too, by the way. And I got to talk about this because whenever I say something is relatively bullish or relatively bearish, what I really mean is not just relatively bullish or bearish. Like right now, Bitcoin is more bearish compared to ETH is more bullish than Bitcoin, right? And this move, you can see it clearly on a 1-minute chart. But what I also mean is relative to itself, and then that relativity to Bitcoin's relativity. So Bitcoin relative to itself, like it peaked up here and it's pulled down, it's about even in this lower pump. This is bullish relative to itself, right? Like this first pump here and this first pump here, it's higher than that on ETH, but it's lower than that on Bitcoin. So certainly altcoins, at least Ethereum, is more bullish than Bitcoin. So in my private group too, in the Discord, which again, you guys can join it for free for 1 year. All you got to do is use my Phemex referral code to create a Phemex account for free, and then use your user ID to put it in the bot, and it'll automatically verify you, and you just click the link to sign up for 1 year for free, putting your information there. That in there, I'm going to show you guys in my private Discord. I got the bullish tickers and the bearish tickers, and I add them occasionally, usually something once a day or so, but I kind of put them in here. You can kind of see what's been popping, right? This is bearish still. APT. This was my best trade when I won the eval shorting. Let me show you guys APT real quick, because APT, I want to do this for you because I look at way more tickers than most people look at, you know? So APT, this is going to be a perfect example here. Relatively bearish. So if you have a bearish bias, if you think we're going to have a pullback, where is it? These are the tickers you want to short. I mean, I don't know if you want, I wouldn't short Bitcoin. So this ticker has pumped, right? But relative to what, right? It pumped up here. Okay, did it break above this? It did break above that. Degen broke even higher though above that. Zcash, not so much. Let's compare it to Ethereum. So this is that same peak, right? This is March 28th. Ethereum's way higher than it. But if you look at APT, it's not way higher than it. You see what I'm saying? So APT has been relatively bearish. So if perhaps you have a bearish bias, you think we want to short right here or something like that, pick one of these tickers. You know what I'm saying? This ticker has been actually turned about to be a little more bullish than that, but still not quite as bullish as APT. Quant turned out to be bullish. You know, so it's interesting. BCH, this is Bitcoin Cash. You know, it not as bullish. You know what I'm saying? So basically, these are how I'm kind of judging relatively bullish and bearish tickers. And then I'm going to put them in the Discord for you guys because you might not see every ticker. I don't even see every ticker every day. Not every ticker, right? So I've got a long list here. Let me show you TradingView. Got a long list here in TradingView that I go through every day. And I'm going to show you those tickers again because I think I wasn't on the screen when it came up. So here we go. Let me go back to it. APT. So here, March 28th. It didn't break above that, right? We're sitting right at resistance on APT. So if you're going to go short, like somewhere around this time would make sense. And then you adjust your leverage in Phemex accordingly, right? If you want a tight stop loss, like you think we hit the top, then you go ahead and let's look at the 8 hour. You know, we got a red dot on the 8 hour. We might get a little pullback and then you want to enter. Who knows, something like that, you know? When I say pullback, I mean pullback to the upside if you were shorting. But relative to Ethereum, which is here, this was March, you know, this was March 28th, you know? So Ethereum shot up way higher and something like APT is bearish compared to it. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I'm determining what I'm going to put into the private group. Now, you guys, we got a little bit of time here. A few more minutes. I'm going to drop the new rep. It's actually over this beat that I got in the background. I made this beat myself, actually, this time. I was reaching out to producers and my boy sent me some beats. But I pulled up some old beats and I was like, oh man, I'm about to mess with it. So I adjusted this one. And this one is a banger, y'all, right here. I gotta say, this one is a banger, y'all. I don't know. I kind of want to get right into the chat. Let me know if anybody in the chat, if you're ready to hear the weekly recap rap, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy Cassius Cuvée if you're ready to hear the weekly recap rap. Oh, you like that beat in the background? You ready? Got a couple ready right there. Ooh, we might have to get it popping here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because this one was fun. I had to do it quick. Wrote it last night. You know, I got to watch the weekly recap. I'm going to try to do this every week. All right, we say, who is everybody tapped in? Everybody ready for it? Let's get it popping. Let's hope the sound works on this one. You got to speak up if the sound don't work. Yeah. That's what you've been waiting for. Weekly recap rap with your boy Cassius Cuvée. Get it popping on the come up. Check it out. Look. Crank the bass and let the speakers blow. A couple things you need to know. I passed my eval and closed my shorts about a week ago. Even though I'm cautious, I don't never been a coward though. I had to wait for Wednesday to watch the J Powell show. The next day the market started rising like a sourdough. I'm trading with the trend, cause that Momo is powerful. Biddy crossed 100K, then he said he wanted more. I said, oh, how you wanna go? At least 100-fold? Yeah. Altcoin price action hella strong. They ain't seen a candle this big and hella long. Wanna put my fellas on, we can eat the same dinner. Shout out to Kalechi, last week he hit the game winner. So much alpha in the private group, and doing it for years. Tell you everything that I've been through. When you trading futures, a lot of information's useless. You can either make money or you can make excuses. Now my flow goes smoother than that 3-man weave shit. Ride my own wave, I ain't never getting seasick. Captain while I'm slapping, same time the money stacking. Graduated from the trap and now I'm trading while I'm rapping. You should come and get it cracking, you gon' learn a great process. I'ma introduce you to a team of straight bosses. The way I always floss is damn right I stay cautious. I'm Cassius Cuvée and I don't like to take losses. It's the come up, yeah. It's the come up, it's the come up, yeah. It's the come up. With Cassius Cuvée, we gonna come up. Make sure you like and subscribe so that way you stay notified every time I drop a new Sunday Fun Day show with your boy Cassius Cuvée. It's the come up, yeah. We back in this thing, man. I hope y'all like that one right there, man. It's the come up. That's the new show. It's the infographic right here. The come up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. So always make sure you like and subscribe so that way you stay notified every time I drop a new show. And I had to give a shout out to last week's game winner, Kalechi. Kalechi, if you're in the house, man, you got to speak up here, man. So we definitely got to shout out to whoever wins the game. So let's get right into the contest for this week. This time, we're doing a little something extra this time, man. We're going to do a cash prize giveaway this time, all right? So this is how we're doing the contest. And shout out to my admin. Make sure you post this in the game section of the private Discord as well. We're going to do a straightforward cash prize, all right? So this is what I want y'all to do. Go find a tweet that I posted on Twitter, retweet it, and tag 3 people and tell them to check out the weekly recap rap on this live stream with your boy Cassius Cuvée, to come up with Cassius Cuvée. Tag 3 people. Make sure to tell them that they should gotta watch the show. And I'm doing a $50 cash giveaway, USDC. We're giving away 50 USDC to whoever's tweet gets the most likes. So when you're gonna retweet it, you're gonna tell everybody to watch the channel, watch this episode here. You're gonna see it was on my top tweet, one of the top 2 tweets, and whoever gets the most likes in a tweet is gonna get the cash prize. So and then make sure you save, copy the tweet and paste it in the private Discord in the game section, so that way I can make sure I find it easily, okay? Because the notifications on Twitter don't be popping up. So that's what we're doing. Winner gonna get 50 USDC, straight up, cash money, not cash money, crypto money. Stable coin. So that's how we do it. Go to Twitter right now. Make sure you repost it, I should say. And then it's going to have a link of this show. Tag 3 people. So that's how we're doing it. And then also, you're going to get a shout out in next week's rap. So that's how we're doing it, man. Next week's rap, man. I made this beat was kind of chill. I was looking for something a little upbeat, maybe, but I was like, this beat was kind of banging right here, man. And I was just like, man, we're just going to get right into it. So shout out to everybody in the chat who was vibing with me, who was vibing with it. Because man, I always gonna come with it, man. Your boy Cassius Cuvée is always on some other shit. And look, the price is moving right now. Look at breakout prop. See, this is why I like the 1-minute chart. Because you can see right here, Bitcoin's trying to come up, but the altcoins are stronger. Altcoins are stronger right there. You feel me? So that's what we're looking at right now. Make sure you go to Twitter, y'all. Go to Twitter right now. We're gonna give you a chance to do it. Discord. Let's see if my admin can put it in the Discord for me. No one's late over there where he's at. Let's see where we got. It was in the games. I'm looking over here. Man, everything is popping right now, you guys. I don't know. I feel like we're near the top, but here's the thing. You want to wait. You want to wait until the trend is your friend, right? You want to trade with the trend. So it's hard to I'll put it this way. This is a strategy that I would use if I were you and I was trying to call a top. If you were trying to short right here. If you think that this is the top, right, and this was all, the hype cycle is running out here, right? What you do is you set a tight stop loss. So like, let's say you're going to short ETH right here. ETH has already ran its course, you think, right? And so you're going to short ETH right here. set your stop loss. Like, let's say, because basically your thesis would be that this was the top, right? This was the top. So what you'll do is you'll set your stop loss right above the top wick, real tight, and then you're going to take a look at your leverage to make sure that it's an appropriate amount of money that you're prepared to lose, right? And so now obviously there's the tool that I don't really use that much. There's the short tool, not that. They always look the same way. The short tool right here, where you would be like, okay, that's the long tool. You get the short tool. Where's the short tool? Is that the short tool? No, it's never that one. It's always this one. All right. So this is the short tool right here, right? So then you could pull that out and say, okay, well, where do we want to go? And that's up to you on how far down you want to go. Maybe just to this obvious support here, maybe that's enough for you, something like that. But the point is, I wouldn't set a stop loss way up here. You could if you don't want to get scam wicked, but you know what? You're probably better off just watching it. I'd rather get scam wicked here than come in Monday and everything takes off. You see what I'm saying? So that would be the safest approach if you want to make sure you don't, take huge losses. Because remember, you could take small losses, small wins, small losses, small wins, small losses. Then you catch a big win, and then you come back, maybe small wins, small losses. Over time, your wins will start to add up. And the whole point is, we want to have longevity. We want to have consistency. We want to keep winning over time. And I haven't got a chance to talk about my scalping strategy yet. And I want to go into that because honestly, scalping is my favorite strategy. I know it's kind of easier to talk about markets when you come on here weekly to talk about like the weekly trends or whatever. But like, honestly, I could sit down and make money every single day scalping. It doesn't really matter what, the news doesn't hurt you as bad. And I'm going to explain to you why here in a second. So here's my scalping strategy. First, yes, you want to identify the trend. The trend is to the upside, right? And specifically, where is it on the hourly? My scalping strategy revolves around the hourly and the 10-minute chart. So on the hourly, if you caught a green dot on the hourly, technically the trend is to the upside. So then what you do is you enter on every green dot going long. Every green dot is a long trade. We would enter it here and we would get out as soon as we thought momentum ended. And how we know momentum ended? We would keep looking at these lower time frames. We watch them carefully, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and you will see, because you'll see a red dot on the 1 minute is just too short, 3 minute pretty short as well. The 5 minute, even that's pretty short, but that starts giving me a clue. Okay, so now if you get a red dot on the 10 minute, you get out. So you're basically riding the waves of the 10 minute dots. Green dot enter, red dot out. This is if you're going long. This is if you have a bullish bias. Green dot enter, red dot out. And this is based upon the larger time frame, which is the hourly, which is showing me that we're bullish, right? Now, granted, you could say this is near the top of the trend and maybe we're going to be going down here. So maybe you don't want to start the scalping strategy right now. You kind of want to get as many stars aligned as possible. But that's basically how you do it. I mean, you could still do it on a small time frame, because, it takes so long for all of these waves to come over. So 1 hour is usually plenty of time. Even if you're trading against the trend, like you won't. The main point is you don't get wrecked because you're getting out before this dot turns red. And so maybe it's going to turn red, right? Maybe you want to take profit. You could cheat ahead a little bit, maybe looking at the 5 minute here. If you think, this is hitting support here or something like that, or resistance, I should say, take your profit because you would have been in profit starting from here. Basically, you'd be in green right now. And you can bat singles like that. You get an account like on Breakout Prop. Here's the thing. On Breakout Prop, this discount code up here, GGRF7W, this saves you money on every single evaluation, right? So if you bought an $800 evaluation, they're going to give you $100,000 to trade with. So when you're over here trading, I'm looking at it. As a matter of fact, this is how I look at it. I have them split screen like this. So I'll have Breakout Prop up here while I have Trading View down here. This is how I have it set up. So I'm looking at these momentum waves on the 10 minute, and I've got Breakout Prop on the 1 minute, and I'm getting in and out basically based upon what these momentum waves are telling me. So right now, look, we still don't have a red dot here. We're still bullish on the 10 minute until that red dot comes. But here's the thing. Don't fight a 10 minute dot because something like this might happen, you see? But anything less than 10 minutes, it's not going to crush you. It's not going to blow up in your face. When you start getting the bigger time frames, price can go against you for a significant amount of time before you actually get the dot to appear on the wave. And that is why it's crucial to not fight the 10-minute red dot, because anything above that, you might get a red dot and you're like, oh, I think it's just gonna be a little pullback. But if you're wrong, price will continue down and give back all your gains. But just on a 10-minute, you have a clue. Price doesn't go like this, red dot here, straight back down. It doesn't just go straight down on a 10. Only after the 10-minute red dot. Basically on a 5-minute red dot, it's not going to do that so quick that you just blow up your whole account or something like that. That's not going to happen. So that's why I say it's 10-minute waves are what we're trading. Any larger than that, if you're waiting for that dot to turn, you might get a bigger move all of a sudden. You know, crypto likes to move really fast all of a sudden. But on a 10-minute candle, that doesn't really happen. Rarely would that happen so fast that you didn't see it before you had a chance. So now look, we got another 5-minute red dot. Like if I was going long here, I might just get out on the 5-minute, right? It hit support, resistance or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like maybe this was the, like I said, I probably wouldn't start my scalping strategy here at the top of this move, right? I mean, this has been a pretty big move to the upside, right? My bias personally right now is a little bit bearish, looking for a pullback here. I'm not saying we're going to tank all the way back down to, the lows that we had several weeks ago, but at this exact moment in time, it's hard for me to be very bullish. Especially looking at just literally the price action since the show started where, we caught this move, but not much follow through in Bitcoin. And still Bitcoin's the leader. Bitcoin's the leader. Altcoins will sometimes continue off past it. But if Bitcoin tanks, like it's only a matter of time before Ethereum and the other altcoins tank, if not ahead of time. So, again, I wouldn't really be having a bullish bias here right now. I was just showing you because the 1 hour dot here, you could have made money though. In this short amount of time, you would have got out. So that's basically my scalping strategy in a nutshell, is the 1 hour to kind of set the time frame. Again, I would like to get some more wind at my back on the other time frames. And at this point, it's kind of at the top. I probably would be looking for a time for the 1 hour to turn red and start a shorting strategy is probably what I would do, right? If this 1 hour turns, you need the 1 hour to turn red first. But if that were to happen, then I would be looking at a 10-minute shorting scalping strategy, But I wouldn't start here. You wouldn't start here. You got to have the dot at your back, or else the first 10-minute red dot, it might turn around and go against you. So you want to get the 1 hour at your back first. This is still a 1 hour wave pointing upward right here. This is kind of small on here. I'm gonna fix this actually. I don't like on the split screen how it's messed up here. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of space to see it, because the thing is, if you don't, if you try to fight the waves, bad things will happen. Okay, now you can kind of see it better. See, there was a dot down here. I still can't see it, can you? I'll just look at it on here. You see, there's a dot down here, and like, I don't want to be short while I'm looking at a green red dot. You feel me? That's a risky business. So anyways, shout out to everybody in chat. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We got to get some women in the chat, y'all. As always, I'm going to be personally recruiting some women. Look for me at the Bitcoin conference with some women around me, all right? We're going to bring women into Web3. We're going to bring women onto the stream here, so that way they can learn technical analysis too. I have had some women in the chat before, so shout out to all the women in the private group and in the chat. But, make sure you invite your mothers next time. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to teach you technical analysis for Mother's Day. I'm just kidding. No, I appreciate you guys joining me on a holiday, though. Seriously, we all know crypto never sleeps. We can do this shit 24/7. So it is good to take time to be with loved ones and family, go touch grass. Only doing this for an hour today. You know what I mean? I hope you guys appreciate the weekly recap wrap. Make sure if you want to win a contest, make sure you go retweet out this show. And I appreciate all the love and support I always get, but I always want to give it back to the community as well. And, until next week, man, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I'm going to play the rap for you one more time, while we fade out the show here. Let's get it popping one more time. Yeah, that's what you've been waiting for. Weekly recap rap with your boy Cassius Cuvée. Get it popping on the come up. Check it out. Look. Crank the bass and let the speakers blow. A couple things you need to know. I passed my eval and closed my shorts about a week ago. Even though I'm cautious, I don't never been a coward though. I had to wait for Wednesday to watch the J Powell show. The next day the market started rising like a sourdough. I'm trading with the trend, cause that Momo is powerful. Biddy crossed 100K, then he said he wanted more. I said, how high you wanna go? At least 104? Yeah. Altcoin price action hella strong. ETH ain't seen a candle this big and hella long. I wanna put my fellas on. We can eat the same dinner. Shout out to Kalechi. Last week he hit the game winner. So much alpha in the private group. Been doing it for years. Tell you everything that I've been through. When you trading futures, a lot of information's useless. You can either make money or you can make excuses. Now my flow goes smoother than that 3-man weave shit. Ride my own wave, I ain't never getting seasick. Captain while I'm slapping, same time the money stacking. Graduated from the trap and now I'm trading while I'm rapping. You should come and get it cracking, you gon' learn a great process. I'ma introduce you to a team of straight bosses. The way I always floss is damn right I stay cautious. I'm Cassius Cuvée and I don't like to take losses. It's the come up, yeah. It's the come up. It's the come up, yeah. It's the come up. With Cassius Cuvée, we gonna come up. Make sure you like and subscribe so that way you stay notified every time I drop a new Sunday Fun Day show with your boy Cassius Cuvée. It's the come up, yeah. Yo, and that's what's popping, y'all. Make sure you join the private Discord group. You can do it for free for 1 year. It's normally $99, but I'm offering a free discount to my day ones right now. The first 50 people are getting in for free for 1 year. Just use the Phemex referral code. It's an invite code on the screen, the GMMNX5. And you use that to just create a free account on Phemex. I want you to deposit your money in there. Instead of giving me the $99, put it in your trading account and go ahead and have some money to trade with. If you get value out of the private group, you're going to stay rocking with me. But right now, you get a full year for free. So it don't cost you nothing. You just go ahead and jump into private group by using your Phemex user ID, and the bot verifies it. You just click on get the free trial, and boom, you're in. And so right now, my admin is putting in there some rules or whatever to remind you guys about the contest. And in the private group, we're active in there every single day, 7 days a week. As soon as I open my eyes, I show love to the private group in the Discord. So, I'm definitely doing analysis all day long and night, man. I swear to God. So anyways, man, I'm rocking with everybody who's my day ones in there. I want you guys to contribute as well. You know what I mean? Put in your TA and everything you guys are doing. Any new people have questions, make them feel welcome. The best part about my private group is that because I have that one little gatekeep for people who basically don't want to sign up for Phemex, is that I keep out the riffraff. So, it's a good, solid group of people in there that are real traders. You have to have a Phemex trading account to get in there for free, or else you're paying $99 a month. So, the folks that are in there, it's high-value folks. That's why I say in the rap, I'm saying I'm going to introduce you to straight bosses, because I got people in there who are been trading for years. They're very experienced. And, they look at indications I don't even look at sometimes. My whole thing is I like to simplify it and break it all the way down because it's just too many lines on the chart eventually. But, there's a million approaches to trading. And at the end of the day, you are going to find the approach that works best for you. So, again, the contest is invite 3 friends, retweet out the link to this live stream, tag 3 people, and, whoever gets the most likes on their tweet is going to win 50 USDC. So make sure you tweet it out, y'all. But that's pretty much it, man. Shout out to Neogen and the Trace. His cool song. Thanks for the analysis and sharing today's stream. I appreciate you, brother. And everybody else, man, you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy your Mother's Day. And that's it for your boy, Cassius Cuvée. Peace.